It's Sunday morning. Let's see if we can put this engine back in this car. We'll see how we get along here. I can't think of any reason why the engine can't go back in the car, but then again it's me and I've got form for this, so well, we'll see what happens. If nothing else, there's a wooden stool underneath the engine which came from the kitchen. I pillaged it and my wife would like it back. One of the issues of leaving it so long is things like this. Engine mounts. Now I remember they were a little bit of a faff, but it's been as long that I can't remember when they came out and therefore when they have to go back in. So I guess we'll suck it and see. And I've got the complete mount out on one side and only the rubber out on the other. Let's worry about that in a minute then. No! I've really messed up here. Who knew getting a trolley jack out could be so difficult? Got a better idea. Got to use another trolley jack to get out the trolley jack that I've got stuck under the car. You'd think I'd never done this before. Probably looks like it.
That's how the mount bolts on this side that can be tightened. Good. And the one that can be tightened, it's got to go. I think these other ones, well, that long one here anyway, that's for the starter.
I think so, yeah. There'll be a pair that kind of match for the starter. This isn't the ones I wanted.
So that one needs a nut. You need a nut and bolt for this side. Can't see them. That makes it easier to work with.
What's that?
That makes it easier to work with.
It'll be a sensible height.
Yeah. That's how that these ramps are good. 2-post ramps.
Yeah.
Make your life a hell of a lot easier.
Sound.
Good one.
Okay.
Exactly what I left it.
Hey, it's easy one's done.
Right, where's the thing that's going to squirt the oil all over the ground?
A brainstorm.
No, the oil pressure
No.
cylinder. Left that all faster.
Is there oil in the engine?
We'll find out.
Could you find out without seizing it on me?
I actually, when I was doing my apprenticeship, the two journeymen had an engine that we'd just finished rebuilding. They took it out of the workshop and put it into the engine test frame. And it was like a trailer on wheels with a wee hut behind it. And the engine had a tiny wee propeller in front of it. Probably about maybe 2 feet in diameter, like 4 blades on a wooden thing. We started the engine up. It must have run for about, I don't know, a few seconds anyway, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute at the most. And it just stopped dead. The propeller just disappeared. Now we saw it was this tree going like that. We never ever found it. There was no oil on it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you've got all the skills and the knowledge and everything. It's just one tiny bit missing when you two get involved.
Well, it's the first thing you do when you start an engine up, especially a new one, is look for oil pressure.
I mean, I know it's been a while since we've actually had this thing running, so let's just make sure it has got oil in it before we start it.
But it definitely hasn't got cooled.
Well, that's a good start, but can we make sure it has
Well,
oil?
maybe it has, but just not very much.
Well, it does have some actually, because I tipped the thing on the crane and some poured out.
Yeah,
The wet floor that I needed to
Top it
line.
up then before you start.
We're actually a weekend on from when I started making this video. I had to stop. I was getting stuck getting the gearbox shaft aligned into the clutch, trying to do it by myself, you know, jimmying the engine crane up and down and just try to get things moved in. But today my father's come over and he's given us a help. You'll have seen so far. The status as of just now is we have the engine back in the car. It's bolted into its mounts. All of the bolts and the nuts and bolt combinations for the gearbox to engine flange, they're all done up. The starter motor's back in, the starter motor's electrically plugged in. The carburetors and the exhaust manifold are refitted. We haven't yet put the throttle cable or the choke cable connections on. I mean, they're in place, but they're not linked up. The return springs are in. The distributor's back in. I haven't done the timing yet on the distributor. The HT leads are back in. We've checked the clutch. Actually, this is the big news for this video. We have, without the engine running, but with the gearbox, with the gearbox in gear and weight on wheels out the way. If you rock the car back and forth with the clutch pedal out, like you're driving, like it's in gear, then the engine turns, the little fan turns, just like it's supposed to, but like it always was. The good thing, when you press the clutch in and you rock the car back and forth, the engine doesn't turn with it. So okay, thank you. Right, out of gear, we can rock the car backwards and forth, and the engine doesn't turn. As you'd expect. You slip it into gear. Okay. Yeah. In gear, the engine turns as I rock the car. You press the clutch in. Ha 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 ha! I think finally the damn thing's fixed. So we're going to get the radiator back in. I've got the wing down in the other garage, stripped back to bare metal. That needs a little skim of filler just for a few iffy bits. We'll get some primer on that. The car is old enough, it doesn't need an MOT. So I think what we're going to try and do is get the wing primed, get the headlights back in, get the car road legal, put some insurance on, tax it, which is free, and go for a little drive and see what happens. Really looking forward to that.